Bergt, part of our Juniper Security Business Unit. I'm going to talk about Sase, and Secure Edge is Juniper's security component to Sase, so we'll talk about that. Before I get started, I would like to get a little bit of audience input into whether you have gone into implementing Sase or have started looking at Sase. Yes or no?
Yes.
Sase? Not much for you? Okay. Sase, as in Secure Access Service Edge. No. Okay. Cloud-based security, SD-WAN? Okay. All right. So from your perspective, why are you looking at security in the cloud or SD-WAN solutions?
Because it does make, obviously, flexibility, right?
Flexibility, okay.
Saving, we have a large network, the benefits are there, and you can secure more compared to, and the whole 360 view through the SD-WAN panel.
Okay. So easy to manage from the cloud, visibility across the platform. Okay, all right, great. And you said you've been looking at Sase as well, right?
Yeah.
And why? What's intriguing to you?
Good question. All things, I don't know.
It's just the latest craze, and so you should look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That too.
Everybody's talking about Sase.
Right? Zero trust wherever you go.
Zero trust, right.
What is the same goddamn principle? Least privilege, need to know, don't give everybody the super keys.
Right. Least privilege, authentication, validating accessed applications, and so forth. All right, great. Yeah. Well, you named some good reasons why people are going to Sase, and we could probably name 12,000 other reasons why Sase is so popular right now. From Juniper's perspective, the security component of Sase is Secure Edge. The availability of firewall services or firewall policy in the cloud. At a high level, this is what it looks like. Full single stack software supporting just what we announced on Monday, CASB DLP integration, right? So access to cloud applications and policy applied to that from a user perspective. Firewall as a service, SWG gateways, and advanced threat prevention. And that's a very important component. Juniper offers the full suite. If you're familiar with Juniper and the full SRX policy suite that we offer, that same policy is also available now in the cloud with advanced threat prevention, including the usual IPS, anti-malware, content filtering, web filtering, and then advanced sandboxing and so forth. It's fully integrated into the solution. So let's just drill into this a little bit more. Oops, that's where I've been. Let's go where we're going. Here we go.
Yeah. In the firewall, do you offer WAF and XML?
Okay. So you're asking about WAF or email protection?
XML for SaaS applications.
XML.
Yeah, XML gateways, XML firewalls. I think they're getting common these days.
Yeah, really not as much as far as the WAF goes. We do offer advanced application protection, though. We do, depending on where you're deploying, cloud workload protection. So depending on where you've deployed your workloads, we have an interesting solution, and we can point you in that direction as well. So we'll get to that here afterwards. We'll talk about that. All right, from a CASB DLP perspective, we offer multiple ways to secure access and apply policy to SaaS applications. So the usual suspects of uploading and downloading sensitive information, we offer that protection and that visibility. But also, if you think about it, when you're sharing in a cloud resource, you don't necessarily have that visibility from an organizational perspective, right? Because you might share to somebody who doesn't have an organizational account outside the organization. So we provide visibility also into those platforms that may never come in and out of an organization's perimeter, if you will, or boundary, right? Full ability also to look at the security posture of a cloud deployment, good reporting and analysis from an end user perspective, so you can see what a user normally does over a week and any outliers of why are they downloading more data than usual, that type of stuff. Really easy. And if you're looking for a demo, we can definitely show you the way that looks in a nice 3D graphical format. So comprehensive CASB DLP is integrated into Secure Edge. What does it mean, though, to use Juniper for Secure Edge? First of all, we offer licensing flexibility, and that's important because if you think about it, as you grow into a cloud-based deployment, you're not going to flip the switch and be cloud, right? You're going to have on-prem, and over time, transition those resources to cloud. So the importance here is the ability to apply licensing and deploy where you need it at the time that you need it, and as you grow into whatever or scale into whatever services you would like. We offer this not only from a security perspective, but also from an SD-WAN perspective. We'll talk about SD-WAN here in a minute, more from the networking perspective. But Juniper really is focusing on the best-in-class, best-in-suite deployment where we can integrate networking, network optimization, and application quality of experience, along with security policies, and make that as unified as a solution, and it's easy to use for our customers. Now, what's a security solution if it's not secure? And this is really important to Juniper. We really believe that not only should we measure our own security, but have third parties measure our security. And so we invest in ensuring that different third parties test our security effectiveness, and we get good results, and if not, respond to those. So if you look at, for example, NetSec Open, great results there. NSS Labs, the last result that we had in 2019, and then Cyber Ratings, the newer organization, we got great results there. And then from an ICSA perspective, the last 4 quarters in a row, we continue to lead the pack in these areas. And so we continue to drive to security efficacy excellence from a Juniper perspective. That's very important to us. Not necessarily that we tested ourselves, but that third parties also confirm our efficacy. We talked about this, the SD-WAN component. We have a presentation tomorrow where we talk more about how AI drives our SD-WAN solution. It allows our solution to be automatically responsive to any issues from the user experience. So not only do we monitor what's going on in the WAN, but the user experience in the WAN, and respond to those automatically without administrators needing to be involved in that. And then the security component, which I've talked about, the entire suite of what we've offered for years on our SRXs is now available in the cloud. Identity and access, so from an identity provider, SAML integration, Okta, whatever your solution there is, Azure, that integrates into it. Intrusion prevention signatures, anti-malware, the threat feeds, the advanced threat protection, and secure web access. And we do fully integrate even the sandboxing for zero-day threats and threat response in that case. We can pull endpoints off the network if we identify that they've been, if the threat posture is a question. What does this look like then from an entire solution? This is the SD-WAN component. If you think about it in organizations' network infrastructure there. But then from a Sase perspective, secure access provides policy in the cloud for applications and SaaS use. And this could be either the organization's SaaS, the sanctioned SaaS, or the unsanctioned SaaS, where we can monitor exactly where personal accounts are being utilized in the SaaS applications. All of that is managed by Security Director Cloud, providing one policy, driving security all the way to the edge, wherever the users are on the network or roaming off the organization's network. Security Director Cloud is the single management interface for all of that. So if you think about it, if I have to transition from a virtual or physical firewalls to a cloud-based solution, and I have to forklift upgrade to a different solution, I'm converting all of that policy to another cloud-based solution. The beauty of Security Director Cloud is that we fully integrate that. The policy conversion can happen with the push of a button, and that policy can be deployed then to the cloud so that you can transition from your appliances, your virtual devices, all the way to the cloud, basically in a click of a button. Secure Edge is just one portion of Juniper's connected security strategy. The whole idea here is that we're securing every point of connectivity within an infrastructure, securing users and applications. So utilize what you already have in the network environment and deploy security on that. We fully orchestrate and integrate, for example, with our routing and switching platforms as well, so that you can enforce where it makes most sense, enforce closest to the threat or enforce closest to the endpoint, and follow that across your entire infrastructure, whether it's in the data center or on the enterprise edge. And we all know that your assets are sitting in the data center, but if you have a secure edge, that makes your securing of a data center a whole lot more easy, right? So in summary, from Juniper Secure Edge perspective, what benefits does it provide a customer? Number one, the ability to secure users anywhere and everywhere, wherever they happen to be, in an organization's network, off an organization's network, or roaming. You can leverage your existing investments, not only leverage them without doing forklift upgrades, but also manage them from a unified management plane. We mentioned about securing the entire network. The single pane of glass from Security Director Cloud will manage data center assets and edge enterprise assets. And of course, we talked about zero trust here. The nice thing about the zero trust application is that we do continue to track users and applications wherever they happen to be. So the security policy follows them throughout the organization from that unified management interface. All right? So that's it. We have demos. We talked about some of that. So if you'd like to see some demos of especially the cloud workload protection that we mentioned earlier, or Secure Edge, what I just talked about, come on over and we'll do a little demo for you, all right? Thanks for coming.